case of the vectors which are going to be at 90 degree to each other, which are going to be perpendicular to each other, what I have to do is I have to then use any one of the two methods. They cannot be added or they cannot be subtracted. So the first method is the mathematical method, okay, which is using the Pythagoras theorem. Now, if in the Cambridge it uses the command word calculate, you will always use the Pythagoras theorem used when the command word is calculate. When the command word is calculate, then we will always be using basically the Pythagoras theorem. Okay. So the other command word can be sketch. Then we will use the graphical method, which is tip to tail rule, the second one which I will explain. But if the mathematical method has to be used, the command word will be calculate. Now, there are going to be two things that we need to find. We need to find the magnitude, okay, and we need to find the direction. Two things. In order to find the magnitude, we use the formula of a triangle, okay, right angle triangle. So basically, if you very carefully pay close attention, this 4 Newton and 3 Newton, if we join them from the tip of 4 to the tail of 3 Newton, and then we join these two vectors over here, we basically get a right angled triangle, okay. And in this right angled triangle, this angle is of 90 degree. The angle's opposite side is known as the hypotenuse. The side with which there is an angle theta or any unknown angle which is theta, this is known as the side which is going to be called the base, and the third side is going to be called the perpendicular. Okay. These are the terminologies of a triangle in mathematics. So first thing we will have to do is find the magnitude. To find the magnitude, we use the formula of Pythagoras, which says the square of hypotenuse must be equal to the square of perpendicular added to the square of the base. Okay. This way we will basically have the answer of hypotenuse, which is going to be basically our resultant net or total vector. Okay. Now also remember over here that the word total, net and resultant mean the same thing in Cambridge. Okay. Physics 0625. So let's try and solve using this method with the values that are shown in box 4. 4 Newton is going to be the base in this case. 3 Newton is going to be the perpendicular in this case. So I will have hypotenuse square is equals to 3 squared plus 4 squared. Always try to put brackets on your calculator whenever there are indices and exponents. The square of hypotenuse gives us basically 3 times is 9 plus 16. This gives 25. Hypotenuse squared being 25, but I don't need the squared of hypotenuse. I need the hypotenuse only. So I take square root on both sides. As a result, I will get the answer of hypotenuse to be 5 Newton. This is going to be the magnitude of my resultant force. Resultant force is going to be 5 Newton in magnitude.